Hey, this is Anita, and I had some thoughts today I wanted to share with you. Um, we had a kind of a tragedy in our community last night. We had a store, Tatsuda's IGA grocery store. It's been in Ketchikan for over 100 years, and last night there was a landslide, came off the mountain, and a bunch of rocks and trees, big boulders and stuff, landed in the store and landed on top of it, blew out all the windows, and broke a bunch of the pipes inside the store, and the water was flowing, and they had products going out the window on the water, and the windows in the liquor store blew out. Basically, the whole store was destroyed. And I was thinking about that. You know, the Tatsuda family, they started their business way back in the early 1900s. There was their great-great-grandma, and her name was Sen. She was from Japan, and she started her business by going to the big store on the other side of town and buying some bread and milk and things and selling those to her neighbors, her close neighbors. And then they started their store, and it grew and expanded, and they, after a while, I think it was in the 1990s, they affiliated with IGA, and now I think that's a great grandchildren are running the business. The Tatsuda family is still running that business, but they had a major tragedy with that big landslide crashing into their store. Yeah, they just renovated it just a couple of years ago too, to make it all pretty and nice and updated, and got new freezers and stuff in their store, and now they're back to square one. And one of the other problems with the Tatsuda's tragedy is that means that there's going to be a whole lot of people out of work. All their clerks and their cashiers, people in the meat department and the produce department, and everybody that they hire is going to be out of work for a while. And we don't know how long it's going to take for them to fix their building. It's going to need major repairs, and you have to get all the rocks and the trees out of the store. And so it's going to be a really major overhaul to try to get that building to where it's safe to even go in. And so I don't expect Tatsuda's to be open at all this year. So there's all those people that are out of work. And, you know, you just don't know what's going to happen in your life. There's a lot of things that happen in the world, like we have the coronavirus too, which is, it's wreaking havoc with the tourism industry. Now, Ketchikan, Alaska is a big tourist town, and we've been getting 1 million tourists every year the last few years. And so in the 6 months in the summer, we get 1 million people running through Ketchikan, and a lot of businesses, a lot of tours, and a lot of employment in the summertime. And now a lot of that is up in the air because of coronavirus. So we have ships that are not going to come in when they said they would, and some complete tour groups. A lot of the Asian tour groups are not coming at all. And so we have a lot of upheaval in the tourism industry, which will affect the bottom line in Ketchikan. Ketchikan runs a lot on sales taxes and things like that that are incurred in the summertime by the tourist industry. And so, yeah, it's going to hurt Ketchikan, and it may also affect how many people some of these businesses hire for the summer, and actually how long they can work. So some of the cruise ships may not come in till later, and so people may not start work as soon as they ordinarily would have. So there's tons of things that can happen. And because of the uncertainty of life and the world and things that can happen with nature and things that happen in politics and all kinds of things that can happen, everybody should have some kind of a plan B. If you don't have a plan B, you're going to be caught with your pants down, and it's going to be really hard. Like in the 1930s, when the stock market crashed, there were so many people that had housewives that had stock, and other people that were living on stock market stuff because it was just booming, going gangbusters, and then all of a sudden, poof, it was gone. And people lost their homes, people lost their businesses, people lost everything, and some people even committed suicide over their great losses. But you got to have a plan B. You got to have something that you can rely on when the chips are down. Now there are some things that you might think you might consider for having a plan B. What are your talents? What's your passion? What are the things that you're really good at? You can rely on those things to maybe come up with something that you can do that can make you some money, that can fill in when things go wrong. Maybe you're an artist. You can do some of your artwork and sell that. You can maybe you're good at math and things like that. You could do forex trading or something like that. But you need to have some kind of a plan B, something that you can rely on. A lot of people will start a home business, like a network marketing business, which is probably one of the easiest things that a person can do for their plan B. And it's a low price point to get into the business, and it just relies on your own determination and productivity to make it succeed. A lot of people don't succeed because they don't do anything. And part of that, you can blame a lot of that on some people in the past who have been in the industry who have given false expectations of the industry. And it takes work and it takes time to build it. They say it takes about 5 years to build a network marketing business to where you can quit your day job. So that's what you need to look at, and don't expect to be rich overnight. But it can be a plan B. And so if you start your home business and have that little home business, build it up, get good at selling, get good at closing the deal, get good at talking to people. There's tons and tons of training out there. There's people that can mentor you. A lot of the network marketing companies have really good training programs. So that's probably one of the easiest things that a person can do for a plan B. You can also do affiliate sales, selling anything. Selling, if you can get good at selling, you'll always have a plan B. So that's kind of my my thoughts. Just another thing you need to be careful with network marketing is that a lot of businesses go out of business. Every year there are about 300 new network marketing companies that start up, and about 200 network marketing companies a year go out of business. And so even if you start one of those, you still don't have a guarantee that it's going to be there. I personally have chosen a business that's been in while a long time. It has a track record, and it's not going to go anywhere. And they're compliant with the FTC and federal regulations, and so you got to look at that too. But if you want to talk more about that, just give me a call. Let's talk about it. I'll tell you my opinions about different network marketing companies, and maybe help you find one so you can have a plan B. So this is Anita Hale signing off, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. And thank you for listening. Bye-bye.